I am here outside the White House. In just a few hours, 8 p.m. this evening, the president will be addressing the nation from the Oval Office. It is his first Oval Office address, discussing the situation in the Gulf. Right now, though, I do want to bring in Democratic Congressman Edolphus Towns of the state of New York, joining us right now to discuss his trip to the Gulf area around New Orleans and the impact of the oil spill on local communities. Representative Towns, great to have you here with us. You toured the area, the Gulf area. What struck you the most, and who do you blame?
Well, you know, let me just say that, first of all, that I'm really feel for the people in the Gulf area. I mean, they have suffered so much, and to go down and to see the mess that we encountered, and of course to listen to people who no longer have jobs, and people who have been involved in the fishing industry for many years, now no longer able to carry it out because of the situation that we have in the Gulf. Let me say, in terms of blame, I think it's enough blame to go around, but I must say that you have to look at MMS as well, because they had the overall responsibility, of course, to make certain that BP did what they were supposed to do. And there's some questions about whether they went to sleep at the switch. Now, however, the secretary now is reorganizing the agency. I think that's a good idea. But here again, transparency is very important, and we're hoping that as whatever they decide to do with the reorganization, that they keep transparency in mind, because I can just look and see those people now who have no jobs, many of them, that's all they've done all their lives, and to come to this point and to see in terms of what's going on there, it just really is very disturbing. And let me just say one other thing before I close out. The smell, the odor, I mean, as we pass over the area, and the smell of oil and all of that, I mean, the cleanup is going to take forever unless there's a coordinated kind of effort where people will go in, and maybe they could hire some of the folks who lost their jobs and to get them involved in terms of the cleanup, because there's going to take some time for this to be cleaned up so people will be able to come back and to be able to fish and to be able to swim in the water, and of course and for tourists to come. It is a sad situation, and they've been hit with Katrina, and now this.
Representative Towns, are you concerned about killing the goose that lays the golden egg? I mean, a lot of people are saying you don't want to constrain BP's ability to make money at the same time that you're putting them on the hook for so many other things economically.
Well, I think that BP created a mess, so you have to make certain that they're responsible for cleaning up the mess. So I'm hoping that tonight, when the president makes his speech, that he talks about the possibility of BP putting up a certain amount of money to be involved in terms of the cleanup, and that money be coordinated in a way where those folks that are unemployed now will be able to come and to get jobs and to clean up the area, and so people can go back to fishing and go back to normal kind of way of life. Here again, I know that the people complaining about BP playing, but BP created a mess, so BP should be responsible for cleaning it up.
Of course, I mean, you can't put a moratorium on offshore drilling, putting tens of thousands of people out of work, and then tell BP they've got to pay those people's salaries, right?
Right, I agree with you. I think that the moratorium is something that needs to be revisited, because out of the 31 or 32 rigs that are down there, that if they're not able to drill, eventually they're going to pull out and go elsewhere. And if they pull out and go elsewhere, who knows? God knows whenever they might come back. They might not even come back. So the point is that I think that the moratorium should be revisited. There's no question about it. But at the same time, we have to make certain that BP is responsible for the damage that they already done.
Representative Towns, though, bottom line, I mean, was this one incident in your view, or do you think that there are real significant problems with offshore drilling going forward? Just quickly, if you could.
Well, and very quickly, I think that MMS here went to sleep at the switch. I don't feel that they were doing the kind of overall supervision or monitoring that they should have been doing, and there was just too much hanky-panky. As you know, that a lot of people that work for MMS would then go and of course, work for the industry, and back and forth. It was a revolving door. There should be a restriction on how long a person would have to stay out a certain period of time before going from MMS or to the industry, like we do in Congress. But a person leaves Congress, they can't come back and lobby the Congress the next day. I mean, they can work for MMS in the morning and then go in the evening and work for the industry. That is wrong. I think that if you get involved in a lot of stuff that doesn't look too good.
Certainly going to continue taking a look at that. Representative Edolphus Towns, thank you so much for finding time for Matt and me. We appreciate it.